Hi, ladies and gentlemen. I am your substitute host for the night, Kevin Grundy. Mr. Curry, the voice of the Chargers, will be announcing the game tonight, so you'll probably be hearing him over the loudspeaker, that golden, sweet, succulent voice that he announces so well. Just to give you a heads up, this is homecoming night for the Chargers, so while the clock says 18 minutes, here in just a few minutes, we're going to be recognizing the alumni of the program out on the field. And then about 6:47, which is shortly after the welcome of the alumni, we'll have the breaking through of the banner, and we will be getting this game kicked off. If you're just tuning in, it's a beautiful night here in Springfield, Missouri. We're up here at Glendale High School. Lots of good things going on tonight. I'm checking temps. I think it's going to be in the 70s. It's 80 degrees right now, and it's still going to start dipping down more as the sun goes down. Stand by, enjoy the show. We'll get you started here in just a little bit. And before we get too far into this, go ahead, if you got my phone number, give me a shout, text message, whatever, or me or anyone up here in the booth. Let us know if you can hear us. Everything's coming through clearly. There's no weird feedback or anything like that. We'll get you started here in a little bit. Let's go Chargers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's our alumni. If you look on the far left, the couple there, that's the founder of the Chargers Sports program. Borrowed equipment, 8 players, 8-man football for a while, and handed that off as the laying a solid foundation for being Chargers for the Lord, building character into young men. And then as those players walk off, lots of generation of football there. So it's good to always remember those that have come before us, and knowing that it is a torch that we've got to carry brightly forward into the future. And just like that,
all right, Chargers fans, now would be a good
I got you.
stand.
It is Chargers football time. 12 minutes, just under 12 minutes. I will tell you, brand new banner for the football players to run through. I tell you what, it is not as easy constructing one of those things as you'd think, but I will tell you, all effort has been good. I hope the cheerleaders can hold on to it, because that Velcro is rather tacky. In fact, the first batch of Velcro was so tacky a player couldn't run through it, so they had to replace it with something else. So we got that figured out. Chargers football is about to kick off here.
Let's go. Just
over 11 minutes left before kickoff. Getting hyped. I tell you what, as things start to get busy tonight, I tell you, we were talking up here in the booth right before we started. The way the Chargers ended the Diamond football game is the intensity that we need to carry the rest of our season. If we do that, we will be a contender. We can't have that delayed start. Here we are, Pierce City Eagles coming in on the field. Pierce City's currently 3-3 on the season. They've lost to, had a loss to Houston. They beat Diamond, which we played last week. They've beat Sarcoxy. They lost to Ash Grove. They won in Skyline, and they lost to Marionville. So that's where they're coming into this season right now. But overall, I think we like our chances. Again, if we unlock what we did in the fourth quarter last year, you will have no problems. Stand by for the national anthem and prayer.
Amen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, just under 8 minutes. Should be a good contest tonight. Again, you're going to have to deal with me and maybe my snide remarks. Flying solo again while Mr. Brett Curry's over there announcing the game for the fans here present. So, again, if it's coming through loud and clear and you're liking what we're seeing, tell your friends. Everybody else, chime in, jump on the channel, follow us for an exciting football game. Looks like tonight our captains are going to be number 3, Kyle Edom, 76, David Vestal, 24, Elijah Applegate, and number 25, Braden Wright. So captains are going to meet at the center of the field, discuss what's going on. Again, Chargers are down for several people because of some injuries still. I'll get to that here in just a little bit. I asked a little pregame interview with Coach Hunt about what to expect tonight and some things that we need to be considering. Again, execution, attitude, effort, all those things are important tonight, just like in any sport. And let's see what level the Chargers open up the can with tonight and see what they put out on the table for dinner. Let's see what happens. Go Chargers, stand by. We'll see you in a bit. All right, guys, we got a little less than 5 minutes before this game kicks off. There's a lot of questions out there, so I want to go ahead and get ahead of that beforehand. I'm going to give you kind of the injury report that I have right now, and then I had some questions come up about the ejections from last game. So stand by, we'll get to that in just a second. But
you find yourself in need of a building project.
Currently, this is kind of where we're standing on our players. Braden Wright, he's dressed out, but he probably will not be playing due to a shoulder issue. Landon Hilburn, who came in as a backup quarterback last week after an ejection, tried to jump over a defense player, took a helmet to the knee, so he will be out right now. He's checking out some other stuff, getting further evaluation. Levi Wall, who's a big intensive player on the line, both offense and defensive, he's actually back in. His first came back. He's going to be getting some reps and just kind of testing that knee out. I don't think we'll see him starting. However, I will see him get rotated in just to see how his leg holds up. And I can assure you, if that leg is doing well, you will see him on the field. He has that intensity. Michael Lentz got injured last game. He's out with a broken ankle. Damian Vestal, I see him dressed out. We'll see if he gets on the line, but he may be out depending on an injury. Marshall Branscombe, he's kind of questioned right now. He's questionable. I saw him dressed out as well, so I imagine what's going to happen is as we start to recover back from all these injuries, these players are going to ease into it, not just jump into the deep end and start swimming, but kind of test it out, get their legs under them, get those muscles and joints and everything else all alerted and woken up really well before they try and push it and accelerate. But it's an exciting time. You can tell the boys down there are kind of locked in, know the opportunity that they have before them tonight. You know, anything's possible on the football field. And so as the captains go to meet the center of the field, let's see, we got for Pierce City, we have number 1, Mr. Parks. They're too big. I can't see the numbers. I see number 10. That is, I'm going to butcher that. Kilbacher. Sorry if I butcher that if you're listening from Pierce City. 9, Salazar. And I can't see the 4th guy. He's kind of tucked in there behind Damian Vestal. So, again, if you're listening even from the area and you knew some of these Pierce City people, please apologize to them on my behalf. I will 100% even butcher my own child's name, let alone players from another program that I've never met. So I'm going to apologize now. Again, B Squad tonight up in the booth, coming from you live from Glendale. 2 minutes to kick off. I believe it's going to be right under 80 degrees about the time the ball gets kicked.
Pierce City Eagles fans for tonight's contest. Appreciate you guys making the trip. You guys are always amazing hosts.
Going to be in the mid-70s for most of the game.
Happy to have you joining us here. Quick shout out to the Pierce City coaches: Quincy Jackson, Aaron Riker, Taylor Ginsler, Cameron Cody, Matt Hawk, Jed Anderson, and Jim Ginsler. And the coaches for your Lighthouse Christian Chargers, we got Chris Malott, Blaine Boyd, Jacob McKenzie, Joe Fleetwood, Michael Limboob, Chris Branstrom.
All right, looks like they've gotten the toss out of the way.
Your head coach.
The Pierce City Eagles will receive. Chargers will start the game kicking off to the east over that direction. Really, there's no wind out here. As you can see during the national anthem, the American flag was setting, just hanging on the pole there. So we don't have a lot of air, not a lot of wind around here going on. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Share, like, all those kind of things. If you like it, hit the subscribe button, all those kind of stuff. And let's get this game going.
Give it up for your Chargers cheerleaders. They will help you get fired up. I'm telling you, I've been looking forward to this for way too long. I've missed you guys. You guys can really cut loose tonight in an honoring way, in a way that shows good sportsmanship, but let's get fired up.
So one of the things I want to talk about real quick, last week it got a little chippy at the end of the game. I don't mind some aggressiveness, so not ever, but one of the things that did end up happening was that for some reason Grant Clement got ejected from the game. Still unclear why or what was done. However, the referees from that game, for some reason, elected not to turn in that information to Misha for review, and Coach Hunt wanted to be diligent in everything he's done, reached out to Misha to make sure everything was good. And they said, hey, no report, your boys can play. So now we're going to have our starting quarterback in tonight against Pierce City. The whistle has sounded. Ding, ding goes the bell. Let's go round one. Kyle Edom with the botch. Oh! Tried to do an onside kick right off the bat, right into number 58. Very disciplined. Didn't try to make a highlight reel. He just fell on it like he should. And Pierce City's going to take over from the 48, heading west towards the scoreboard tonight. I am accompanied up here in my little shelter by one of my assistant coaches from the junior high program, Coach Godfrey, and then Mr. Burton's over here operating the camera for you. So let's see what Pierce City comes out with. They come out with kind of like a dual slots. Fumbled snap to the changeover, and Chargers get it right off the bat. That is what we want to see. That's the momentum we need. So first play of the game was a handoff, looked like right up the middle. A botched exchange with the handoff, and Titus Dow comes in and recovers that football. We had a great push on the front line, got up there. Oh my goodness, that is what we needed to see. I'm going to turn down my volume just a hair. Sorry about that. I'm going to be adjusting my levels just a bit. So, Chargers rush up to the line. Let's see what we get for this first series going. Again, it's good to have Grant Clement back. One thing to note is freshman Malachi Keith has stepped up due to some of these injuries and is the starting running back. And, you know, honestly,
To number 31,
not much
Malachi
different
Keith.
there. Not much different there whatsoever.
Eagles in the
That
backfield.
snap was
Tackle
really
for
low.
loss.
Grant
There's a
fumbled it,
flag
getting it to
on the
Malley
play.
late. Looks like number 65. That was Levi Wall. And if you can see on that playback, if you were to go back and look, Levi Wall ended up on his back, and one of those Pierce City players started yanking on his helmet. Ended up result of a penalty. Looks like probably personal foul, I'm guessing. Probably 15 yards, automatic first down. So even though we got a break on that one with the exchange from Grant Clement to Malachi Keith, it's going to benefit us to go ahead and get the momentum in our way. We're going to start now officially again. Look about 30-yard line heading towards the east there. So,
I see you, Jimmy Spears.
all right, hopefully kind of get some of those jitters out of the way, figure out what's going on, and let's get this ball rolling well.
First and 10 Chargers from the Eagles 30.
All right, line up in almost like a trip set to the left, single lone back. Malachi Keith gets the ball. We got good penetration up the middle quickly. He tries to get to the outside, but number 50, Ibarra, came in, good read, right down the middle. I can tell you, I was here before the game. I had to go into the locker room for a second. I came out, and number Ibarra there, number 50 for Pierce City, walked out in front of me, and I can tell you, that man knows where the weight room is. So we're going to have to get on top of him. Dude knows what a squat rack looks like. He's strong. We've already had some issues on the front getting to him there. They don't rush anyone there. Sawyer Morris open. Grant Clement hits him on the route across the middle. Touchdown Chargers.
Grant Clement pass is complete to number 15, Sawyer Morris. Touchdown!
Sawyer Morris with the touchdown.
Chargers!
Good wake-up call for Chargers football right there, ladies and gentlemen. I can tell you that's interesting because when I talked to Coach Hunt earlier before the game, he gave me a layout of who's starting and who's whatever, and he said most likely we're going to be running and probably not pass very much. It depends on how well we catch the ball, which is a pretty good strategy. But if you can connect like that easily, then there's no reason to not pass the ball. You know, Clement and Morris have connected several times. Even with the injured shoulder, I'll get it here. Braden Wright's back to kick the extra point. It's kind of a botched kick, and it's going to be no good. So Chargers lead 6-0.
No good. But with that, Chargers jump out to an early lead, 6-0.
I can tell the Pierce City coaches were having a brief conversation with their players over on their sideline. Man, it's a good feeling when you can get that big jump on momentum and do something with it, not just catch the onside or do something like that and then get stopped short. So it's good, you know, for the mental health, if you will, of the Chargers players to say, hey, we can play with these guys. No matter what stats looks like, no matter what you've done the previous weeks, you know, Pierce City's 3-3, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. Chargers still looking for their first win of the season.
Back we see the kickoff, number 10.
You know, this Pierce City team is not something to shy about. They went down and hung 56 points on Diamond last week. And for those of you guys that check in and watch and see, you can see that, you know, we struggled a bit in the first 3 quarters of that game and then unlocked some type of cheat code or something mentally for our players, and that 4th quarter was something different. Chris, I think they did that down, up, left, right, A, B, select, start thing. And
it must have been.
Elam kicks it deep back to number 3. Over pursuit. Oh, there we go. Oliver Moog comes back in. I thought he was going to outrun him, but he had the speed to come back and catch him. So Pierce City's going to take over at their 30-yard line.
Where the Eagles will take over 1st and 10.
Man, it's a gorgeous football night. Gorgeous football night here in Springfield. For those of you watching, let us know where you're watching from. Chime in. we see you, we'll try and give you a shout out. It won't be much, but I'll do my best to help you out. Sweep to the right. There we go. Oh, there we go. Timon Grundy there on the read out to the outside. It looked like it was going to be a pitch to the left. Corner stayed on his block. Timon Grundy got moved to outside linebacker for this game and slid right down, filled that backspace. When he tried to cut back, he made that tackle, and then all of his teammates came to pile up there and load up. So good stuff right there. Second and probably 11 for Pierce City here. They got twins out to the right. You got a slot to the left, a single back in the backfield. Now he goes in motion. He's going to do, very interesting. I like that play.
Number 2, Carson.
So the slot goes in motion, and as soon as he gets to the backfield, they toss it to him, but he plants his feet and goes north and south and was able to gain about 7-ish, 8-ish, somewhere on there. Brings up third down for Pierce City. I am going to open up something. Oh, you hear that sweet, glorious sound? That is the sound of energy drink, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try and get a sponsorship before the end of the season. If you're listening.
Is that Ensure?
I don't know. Oh, no, this is not healthy, but I still want the endorsement. I don't know what the call was. The whistle was blown. I don't think it was a timeout. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it's equipment or I think it was an equipment issue for a player. We're set to go now. Third and about 4. They're going to run a power right up the middle. Come on, boys. We got to tackle that. Lead block right up the middle. Good push from the line. It's good for a Pierce City first down. Gained about 8 there on that one.
Brings the ball up to the 47-yard line.
I've discovered, and I'm going to talk about energy drinks real quick. I've discovered that Ghost energy drinks have pushed out a Welch's grape soda. And I tell you what, Chris, if I could buy them by the case, I would, because I can only find them in one spot in Springfield, and they're always sold out. So good stuff. If you have one, bring it to me. I'd appreciate it.
That reminds me of my childhood.
Toss out to number 1, out to the flats, just about the line of scrimmage. Parks actually secured the ball, but Chargers on good pursuit was able to go over there and only get him a couple. So
gain of 3 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 7.
All right.
I'm going to work my way through the JV and varsity cheer rosters here as we go.
All right, they have the twin set to right here. That number 2 goes in motion. Oh, come on, boys. Hard count to try and slow down the blitz for the Chargers. They get us offsides, gives them an easy 5, so that's going to make it about 2nd and 3 here, 2nd and 2. Looks like 2nd and 2. Coach Godfrey's way better at math than I am, so he shakes his head and looks at me and goes, "Yep, you're right today." So he understands the assignment that I may need some accountability tonight. Handoff up the middle again to that, 3 gap there, or B gap if you're on defense, if you will. Punch right through there. We're going to have to figure out how to fill those holes.
Handoff up the middle for a big gain. Number 2, Carson Jesperson.
We're bringing in another lineman.
Yeah, it looks like they pulled a linebacker and brought another lineman, number 68, Sam Adams. I didn't tell who number 10, I think it was 10, who came running out. All right, toss to the right. Oh, they were there. Moob had him. Got to get good pursuit angles. Kyle Edom grabs a hold of him, but they're not able to bring him down until he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Pierce City.
That was number 9, Evan Salazar for the Pierce City Eagles.
We experienced that a little bit last night in our junior high game. The running back kept bouncing it out, and the pursuit angles bit us a little bit to where we didn't populate that area fast enough, and they were just able to keep going and score. Pierce City in the swinging gate. Looks like they're going to hike it from that position. Number 10's going in motion. They throw it behind number 3.
2-minute motion on Pierce City.
But, illegal shift.
Wind up in the swinging gate formation. Illegal shift. Back him up.
So back in high school when I played in Oklahoma, we did that the last couple years. It's kind of an odd thing to kind of defend against, and you've heard us talk about that before, but now with the illegal shift, number 23, that would be Leighton Max back to kick the extra point, and it looks like it's going to be good. So Pierce City's up 7-6.
This is good. Eagles take the lead.
7:50 left in the first quarter. I think we got ourselves a little bit of a game here, guys.
First quarter. Let's get back to those cheerleaders. So again, JV squad. We got Audra Kaufman. We've got Adeline Grundy. We got Mackenzie Daniel. We got Raya Vestal. We got Annabelle Eddings. Willow Reynolds.
Announcing the JV cheer squad right now. Yes, we do have a ton of cheerleaders all the way down from, I believe, Sparklers, mascots, junior high, JV, and varsity squads. About 2 million cheerleaders for the Chargers organization, last count. Give or take a few, which is awesome. What it is, it's awesome for the families because, like, if you're like our family, we have cheerleaders and football players. We all practice at the same spot, so it makes it actually a little easier for us. Applegate's back to receive. So is Sawyer Morris. Little pooch kick. Good bounce. It gets behind him a little bit. Pierce City. Oh, he's going to take off. He's got a couple blocks. Trying to get to the outside. Elijah Applegate on the run. Gets knocked out of bounds about the 35-yard line, 34-yard line.
Returns the ball up to the 34-yard line.
Always makes me nervous when they start running backwards.
Yeah.
But Elijah's got some good speed. He's quick. He's one of our seniors. He's able to get to the outside a little bit. Made a little bit of yardage back on that because I think he caught that ball or caught up to it about the 20. So about a 14-yard return-ish. If not, my math is wrong, and you can't do anything about it because I'm the one talking. So appreciate you. All right, Chargers, here we go. We got twins to the right. Jake Johnson in motion. It's going to be handed up to Malachi. He's trying to find his hole, but, man, he's getting stuffed up the middle. Pretty good.
Handoff is to number 31, Malachi Keith.
We talked a little bit about him last game. In the fourth quarter of last game, he came and stepped up to be that starting running back. And it was good to see him make the most of his opportunities. He is a true freshman, but he is strong and he likes to run. Bring in an extra receiver, number 14. I believe that's Nate Fisher, in for the Chargers now. Toss sweep. Oh, man, I think that play could have been there, but we did not get the transition for the football for the pitch out. Looked like Aiden Lauder and Timon Grundy out left to try and get the block going. It would have been a pretty decent play, but again, we got to get the exchanges going, which is kind of happens from time to time. Again, if you're not familiar with us, we are kind of a younger program this year, but we're in the upswing of things. We got a lot of good stuff working for us. Grundy's out left by himself. He's got two receivers up to the top. Grant Clement gets his guys settled. Pierce City shows blitz on the outside. Let's see if they bring him. They do. Number 3 on the blitz. Overloaded across the middle. Just a bit out of Grundy's reach. He tried to go for it, but
number 22, Timon Grundy. Number 1, Courtney Parks on the coverage. Pass falls incomplete.
Parks had it. Man, I think it was there. He had the inside shade on the route. But again, Grundy's getting some correction on coach on the route, making sure that they're going to connect on that. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that again. Kyle Edam's back to punt. Let's see, number 1, Parks, and number, looks like 5. Yeah, number 5 is back to return. He's going to field it about the 42. He's got a lane. We got a bunch of Chargers there. Worry.
Number 5, Dylan Clybecker.
He got his initial contact about the 47 of the Chargers, but instead of wrapping up, we just threw a shoulder into him, and I don't know why we think that works. But we had, thankfully, a lot of Chargers there to wrap him up. I'm a huge fan of wrapping up and tackling. Isn't that right, Coach Godfrey?
Absolutely.
Coach Godfrey helps me on the line and a bunch of other things, and really appreciate him. But we are preaching to our junior high boys, wrap up, because what you're doing, if you just try to be the big guy, is not working. Toss to number 9 to the outside. He's able to make a few moves and gets all the way down to the 19 of the Chargers.
Number 9, Evan Salazar on the carry. Good game.
Elijah Applegate comes back in, maybe take over that corner spot.
Brought down by 3, Edom.
Looks like Ethan Cordoza is going to be coming out on this one. Moob comes out. Run up the middle. Not a surprise by that. Number 9's got some moves. He gets to the outside. It looks like Edom lays in the shoulder and is able to get him out of bounds about the 1, maybe 2-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for Pierce City at the 2 of the Chargers.
Gets the ball down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Eagles.
Now I'm going to completely speculate here, but I imagine they're going to do that power lead. Maybe the running back leads for the quarterback, and they're just going to bully it up the middle. Quarterback gets under center, which he's been at the whole time. There we go, that power play. Number 9 is going to – oh, are they going to stop him? I don't see it yet. They do stop him short. Good stand by the defense. 2nd and about half a yard. You can see a quarterback, he started getting low in his stance under center there, knowing that he's probably going to get pounded pretty quick with the pressure up the middle. So let's see what they dial up. I mean, if they can't stop it, Y shift. They got 2 twins to the left. Again, quarterback up the middle. Is he going to make it? I think they stopped him again, just short.
Nice.
3rd down. There we go, Chargers.
Quarterback keeper.
Man, they just inched that. It looks like the front of the football is literally kissing the goal line. So, good push up front. That's what we need to have again. 3rd and goal. Let's get loud, Chargers! Sorry I tried to yell out the window. If that blew your speakers at home, I apologize. Twins right. Under center. Let's see what happens. Again, lead block up the middle. I think he got it on that one. The refs have not came in yet for a signal.
4th down.
They stopped it.
Holy cow!
We stopped it.
Let's get loud, Chargers! Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, good defensive stand. 4th and 1 again. 4th and 1 again. Now, Pierce City said, that is enough of that. Shotgun formation, 2 running backs in the backfield. They set the edge, and number 2 gets in. Hey, but you know what? What a heck of a defensive stand. 3 times up the middle with no gain. Pierce City again hurries up to get in that swinging gate formation. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this. It's a challenging thing to deal with, and the reason be that is all your linemen are offset to one side with some type of skill set player behind them. So all they got to do is get the ball out there quickly, and then numbers and statistically you should be able to get in. But you still have to watch the backside because you have a kicker, a snapper, someone wide out, and so it can be a difficult thing, but they get the extra point here. So Pierce City up 14 over Lighthouse Charger 6. 3:20 left in the first period of play.
Story Webster. Gabriella Oglesby. Sarah Jones. Sydney Sarton. Senior Abigail Appleby. Brighton Stang.
All right. Elijah Applegate's back again to receive. It looks like, I want to say Carson Spears. Nope. Who is that? 15? No, 15's Morris. Maybe 16. Morris is back. Elijah Applegate's back. I want to say that kind of a little bit of a pooch kick there. Sawyer Morris takes it out, gets a couple.
Morris on the return.
Gets about 3 or 4 up there, up to the 35-yard line. That's where the Chargers are going to take over.
35-yard line where the Chargers will take over.
Now, I'm not a smart man, Coach Godfrey. You know that. You've been coaching with me most of the season, and you can't hear him, even though there's a microphone sitting in front of him. You don't want to talk in it yet. We'll get there at some point, though. I'd have to think I might not look at the inside run based on what we got.
Run guy, right?
We are, right?
You got to run the football to open up the pass. This is how I always feel about it.
We did that last night. We played our junior high program, played out Joel E. Barber up by Lebanon last night. And if you can't stop the run up the middle, there's no reason to quit running it up the middle. But they got to figure out what's going on, maybe some misdirection, a little bit of motions or whatever. Sawyer's back at quarterback. It's going to be a loss of 3, but it's going to be a flag on the play.
Formation takes the
Somebody
snap.
lined up in the neutral zone here. I don't know.
The flag on the play.
Illegal formation.
It was fun. Yep, false start
False start
on the Chargers. All right, I'll back them up. That'll make it second and 15 here. You know, last week you guys got to listen to me and Brett talk online, and I tell you, we learned a phrase that was famous by a Diamond announcer saying, "There's mustard on that salad," and I'm gonna tell you, I'm stealing it. I'm owning it. I'm sorry, former Diamond announcer, but I like it so much. I'm gonna adopt that over to the Chargers program here. So. Number 3 is showing blitz again. Let's see what they do. They got a 4 down front, probably a blitz on the outside, which they do. A stump blitz. We could not pick it up. Grant Clement gets sacked in the backfield for about a loss of 10.
Bring down quarterback number 1, Grant Clement.
So Pierce City has 4 down linemen up front, and they walk their outside linebackers up to the outside and blitzed both. The middle linebacker showed blitz, but then backed off.
Let's keep rocking with those cheerleaders.
So,
Next up, Molly Curry. My bad.
All right, Johnson out. Oh, he goes back to the other side of the field. Number 30, Mayo, out wide to the right. Trying to get things orchestrated out there. We're going to have that twin set. Malachi Keith wide out left with Grundy. Grant's going to take it up the middle. Collapses on him quickly. Only gains a few on that one. We're going to have 3rd and about 15. No, right, 20.
On the play, going to bring up 3rd and 20.
Yeah, 20-ish. Let's say 22, 21, 22, somewhere around in there. I like the idea of trying to empty the backfield to get those linebackers out, trying to get a little bit of a run. Didn't pay off because Pierce City's defense was disciplined. Got less than 2 minutes here in the first period. They line up. Malachi Keith again gets behind Grant Clement in the backfield off to his right side. They're going to see right here. He launches it out. Grundy with the catch. Gets out of bounds.
Number 22, Timon Grundy.
Gets out to the original line of scrimmage. But it does bring 4th and 10 up. 4th and 10 up. So punt team's going to come out.
And 11 for the Chargers.
Again, number 1 and 5 back for Pierce City. That's Parks and Kilboker. Can I get some help? What is that?
Back to C4, Pierce City Eagles, number 1, Courtney Parks, and number 5, Dylan Flybecker.
Oh,
Linebacker.
do you like that?
That's fine.
Kyle Edom with the punt.
We can see.
Big punt for number 5. He does fair catch it, but he's able to get through it.
Back to the cheer squad, Molly Curry,
Second and miss.
Margie Davis, Reagan Schmidley, senior Caitlin Schmidley.
Unofficially, again, this live stream is brought to you by Zero Sugar Monster Energy Drink. I thank you, Zero Ultra, for your good, crisp, refreshing flavor. Help me going through this game and keep me jittery and yapping away so all you guys back home have to listen to it. All right, we got to get a good defense stop here. It's a minute 16 left in the first period. It'd be great to kind of reach this quarter without much progress on the offensive side here. So get here, get a quick break. Titus Dow showing the blitz. They end up sticking that, going out to that outside sweep. We are not able to get there fast enough, and Edom comes over the top to make the tackle. Does that mess with you too much? It's kind of dark and creepy. All right. About what would we say? Probably about a 20-yard return on that. Pierce City takes over at the Chargers' 49-yard line. Sorry, that first play was a sweep out to the left. Now they're going to hand it up off the middle. He's wrapped up pretty early. He still gains a handful of yards, but he's wrapped up by several Chargers. Thomas, looks like Elam, and a couple other Chargers in there on the tackle.
Second and 8 for the Eagles.
Second and 8, and I don't know if they're going to try to get a play off before the quarter's over or not. It looks like they're lining up, and they're going to. So big down here. Let's see what happens. Number 2 goes in motion. It's going to be a pass play. Drops it off. Again, we talked about this last week. They complete the pass, I believe, to number 13. Is that right? No, 12. I'm sorry. Number 12, Price. And just as we talk about our defensive backs, if you're guarding someone one-on-one and their hands and eyes shift and start to go up in the air, I may want to turn around and try and make a play on that ball. Unfortunately, I couldn't tell who was back on that one. Did not turn their head, and that ball was placed right above their dome. So that is going to be the end of the first period for Chargers football. Stand by one. You may go silent for a second, but the video will be up and running. I'll get right back to you.
Well, you can't really mint that thing out either, right?
All right, we're going to get back started the second period here. 12-minute quarters here for the Chargers. Flipping the field. Pierce City's going to be heading east now. Hey, dude. Encroachment on the defense. Going to give them another 5 yards.
Move the offense forward 5 yards. First and 5.
Good afternoon, Coach Garten. You want to get on the mic? No, Coach Garten does not want anything to do with it.
We got pizza at the concession stand, hot dogs, soda, water, whatever you feel like. And now the cue to show on turf.
All right, here we go. Pierce City lines up. 2 wide right. Number 10, it looks like number 1 again. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to go deep for it. Let's see what happens. And he's able to connect. Going to be pass interference.
Pass is caught in the
Pass interference on 23, which is Lincoln Kane. He got beat on the route. Tried to kind of tackle him as he's going down for the ball, but it's not going to matter. It's going to be a touchdown in the end zone.
Penalties will be declined. The result of the play is a touchdown. Touchdown Eagles.
A lot of people asking out there, too, over this last week, what's next for the Chargers? And that's a big question to answer. Several things. You know, after this, I believe we start kind of getting into our homeschool program schedule portion of our season. This is kind of what we would classify a home year for us. Snap's good. Number 23 kicks it, and I think he missed it wide right.
Is no good.
So
And with that touchdown, Eagles add to the lead now. It is 20-6.
20-6, Pierce City. So what I was saying is we typically will play our homeschool programs later in the season, usually because those involve a significant amount of traveling. But this year we got a home schedule, so OKC Patriots, I believe, and if I'm wrong, I'll be corrected, so don't worry. I believe OKC Patriots, Christ Prep, which is out of the Olathe area. They're both going to come down to Springfield to play us since we traveled there. We will go down to Tulsa to play the Noah Jaguars. And then we also have the Battle for Atoka program called Tombahal out of Texas. We meet halfway in southern Oklahoma. And then we'll wrap that up. That'll be kind of the last part of our season, and then we'll head down to Florida for the national tournament. So those last few games for us are crucial to the standings and rankings that we'll have and how we get placed in the tournament. And if we have the opportunity, if we make it in the top 4, to play for a title down there in Florida. All right, the kicker's doing this little pooch kick back a few yards. Kyle Edom takes it and runs parallel. Number 5, I cannot say his name, but he is a beast out there. Got through there, really unhit whatsoever.
Take over 1st and 10.
You know, it goes back again, Coach Godfrey, I'm going to say it again. You can run all your energy out going sideline to sideline, or you can plant your feet and try to get 3 or 4 yards. So that's what I would like to see. But, again, this is just my overall view from setting up here. It's worth nothing. Let's see what the Chargers can do here. There was only 10 seconds ran off in that second period total with the kickoff and everything. So Chargers are basically going to have a full period here where they're starting on their own 32. Little handoff play. Grant gets out of the tackle box, launches it, almost hits a cheerleader, but got rid of it instead of taking the sack and the loss of yardage. So smart football play by Grant on that one to not lose yardage. I want to say that play was probably not exactly executed how they wanted, but that happens from time to time. Again, we got some substitutions in there on personnel, and if we're not familiar with what's going on, we can have those issues from time to time.
I have in my possession the homecoming clean in an envelope.
Don't run off tonight when we do get to halftime. It is the Chargers program homecoming. Tell you more about that here in just a second. A little teaser, if you will, which I'm learning about in the biz. All right, Chargers getting set up. Referee has a powwow. Looks like he's talking to Clement about something. Probably a play clock or something is maybe causing some confusion. I'm not sure. He asking how much time he had left, I think. The head ref explaining he's going to be having a countdown if he gets close. So back to pass. It's aired out. I don't know if it's going to happen. Oh, it hit. Good fight for the ball. Morris got it, and then
Stanfield.
broke up that.
Going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Chargers.
3rd and 10. We need to get something going here. There was a delayed blitz. It looked like, I think, number 5? Was it 5 on the delayed blitz up the middle? I probably shouldn't give other players nicknames just so I can remember who they are. So I'm going to avoid that. But number 5 for Pierce City is being a menace on the defense for us right now. Chargers line up again. 4 down front. Got a linebacker lined up on the left-hand side. Looks like he's lined up to stun again. They stun a lot. They bring a lot of pressure this time. The route is caught just underneath, and let's see if they give him the spot. It looks like they're going to give him forward progression, and that's going to be a Chargers first down.
Yes, sir. That's good for a Chargers.
I'm a real big fan of those short routes. Get them under, make your cuts so you get the movement you need to on the defender. That's what I like to see. We don't always have to bomb the ball out as far as we can throw it. Usually that leads to issues for us. Snap up there we go. There you go. Malachi Keith gets to run it. He gets to push and probably gains about 1 on the play of that one.
He gains about a yard on the play.
Mally's got some pretty strong legs, even for a freshman. He's been in the gym consistently, getting stronger. He's a tough little cookie back there.
The mascots would like you to get a little bit rowdy.
All right. You can probably faintly hear in the background our youngest cheer squad cheering on, getting that home crowd hyped up. Got a trip set off to the right. He's tossing it again to Morris, overthrown by a good bit. I'm not sure that I would venture to that far yet. He had 2 coming back on him pretty hard, so that bolt was going to have to be, or that pass was going to have to be right on target. Going to set up about 3rd and 8 for the Chargers. I tell you, if you've noticed this, Coach and Chris, while you're up here, Grant moves when he gets ready to get the snap, and we haven't gotten called on that yet. One game I noticed he moved forward to get the ball. That time when the ball was snapped, he was already moving backwards. Yep. And I imagine the refs are going to give us a little bit of grace with that, but if it continues, I could see that being a pass.
Yeah, right.
Sawyer did. Morris, number 15. False start on the Chargers, probably number 15, Morris. It's going to come back 5 yards, make it about 3rd and 13.
5 yards, that'll bring up now 3rd and 13.
$10:20 left in the first half of this contest tonight. You know, overall, pretty good football. Not a lot of penalties. If they have, they've been pretty obvious and silly. Mistakes, just mental mistakes, really, from the Chargers kind of getting in the groove of the game. We got Grundy and Keith split out right. Grant looks to his left, tries to get it to Grundy on the toss. He had it through his hands. Number 1 was there. I don't think he interfered with it. Went over Grundy's head, but he probably could have caught that one. Parks was there to help the defense on that. Had he caught the ball and received it, he still probably would have been short a few yards. But that is the way it goes. No, he's kind of upset with himself. He'll talk himself through that one. Chargers are lined up to punt. Punt will probably come from about the Chargers 30. Again, 2 receivers back for Pierce City. They're back at their own 27. Punt was blocked by number 12. Oh, goodness gracious.
That punt is blocked.
Number 12 got through and blocked it. Went back all the way to the Chargers 1, and the punter, Kyle Edom, ran back and got back on it.
Over 1st and goal.
Ooh, boy. I don't know. I have to go back and look at that if the protection just stopped or what.
Tonight saying, man, I left some clapping inside of me, some cheering inside of me. Let it all out. Those boys need to hear you, especially you, student section. I know you got some energy. You're looking sleepy over there.
Penalty comes in. What's it going to be? Is it timeout? Timeout Chargers.
Timeout Chargers.
Timeout Chargers, 9:45 left in the first half. Pierce City is up 20-6.
So it is
We got to keep this intensity going. We got to keep it up, unlock whatever we got to.
Maybe try not to be out on the field, and so I've got one better for him.
Trying to see.
We got a little bit of a Chargers love story. How about we give it up for Carter and Evelyn Marciniak?
Coach Brett embarrassing his newlywed daughter out there. All right. Now, Chargers defense had a good stop here this last time. Let's see what happens here.
You're not in the library.
I'm just going to say that probably if I was them, punch it up the middle and let number 9 do his work. But he goes in motion. He sweeps it to number 10. Dives at his feet, but he is pushed out of bounds at the 1. So Edom almost had him for a loss of down, probably a loss of about 5 or 6, maybe even more. Couldn't get him down, and he makes it all the way to the 1-ish. So a lot of running with not a lot of gain there. They run it up the middle to that far side again, and good push, even though Thomas tried to get out there to stop him. He gets in on the left side. All right. They're able to get in there.
Number 23 back to kick the extra point.
Extra point that time was good.
Eagles 27, Chargers 6.
All right, Chargers are leading. Or Chargers, excuse me. Pierce City is leading 27-6, 9:32 left in the first half of the game here. So let's see what we can get going. Hey, a shout out to all. We got 30-some people, 36 people watching right now. Those are rookie numbers. Let's pump those suckers up a little bit. Share it. Get everybody out there. Let's get some people watching this game so we can send out those vibes out there to the community there.
All right, fans, they need to hear you say, take it back. Go cheerleaders, take it back.
All right, we got Elijah Applegate back. We have another returner now. I can't tell who it is. Oh, they run into themselves. That's just awkward. Elijah Applegate tries to run up and catch that ball. Kyle Edom goes back and catches it. Runs into one another. They're going to take it at their own 31-yard line. I'm going to yell at the crowd real quick, so stand by. I'm going to mute this so you don't hear me. I don't know what it is. Sometimes we just got to get loud in the stands to get that energy going. So,
bringing the fury.
It's the carb overload.
I guess they must have got those alumni hot dogs that were offered and feeling sluggish. You know, during that last little play, what we want to talk about but not focus on too much, we got a sweep out to Malley out to the left. But, man, Pierce City is just out there quickly. Wrap him up. Number 50 again. Defensive lineman down as the nose guard gets out there to make the stop. You know, during that kickoff, I believe Edom went back and got it, but as Applegate was trying to go in and make a play for the ball, they collided. And unfortunately right now, Elijah's down on the sidelines. Looks like he's in a lot of pain with his leg. Probably took a side, hit on the side of his knee a little bit or something. But let's see what happens with this. Grant goes back to pass again. Hits Johnson out in the flats. Good. That's a gain of about, probably at least 12. Probably at least 12. Bring up about 3rd and 2 here. Good call on that. They found that good cushion there in the defense, which if we look at what we've had success passing-wise, those short in routes and those things like that are what's actually been working for us in the passing game. Outside of the very first touchdown where we caught him on like a post pattern. I imagine we may see some more of that, some of those quick outs happening. Grant rolls back. He tosses it out to Johnson just over his head. He had some speed. He's got that speed, so if we can get the ball in his hands. He did have a little bit of a lane and some blockers out here. Imagine he could get some extra yardage with that. It does bring up 4th and 2 here. 4th and 2, and I don't think we're going to punt it. I think we're going to go for it, and let's dig deep and see what we're made of out there as a Chargers nation. Coach Hunt calling in the play to Grant. Clement, he's running up, getting his guys in order. Again, 4th and 2 here. Big down for the Chargers.
Man, a quick slant right there.
Yeah, I agree. Coach Godfrey, you can't hear him. They get the hard count. Good discipline on the offense. Nice hard count. They jump off sides. We get the 5 yards. Automatic. Chargers first down. Good discipline by the Chargers on that one. If you're blitzing a lot of the defense, it's a good way to kind of stop that from happening. If you get them on those offsides penalties, they're going to have to tone down just a little bit or just be disciplined and still fire off.
Play clock.
Clock. All right, there we got it going. Clock running. Oh my goodness, what in the world? Big boy, number 73, is running it in. Man, number 73 blew through the line. It was a high snap, and while Clement was trying to ring it in, he took it out of the air and went about 40 yards for the touchdown. I know it is not our team, but everybody likes when the big boy gets a little bit of love down there. So number 73 probably recorded. Luke Perry probably recorded his first rushing touchdown stats of the year. And man, that's tough. When that comes from a snap that's kind of getting bumbled in the air and those little things that you try and focus on start going sideways and you have something like that happen, it gets to be pretty discouraging, and I understand that. But if it's anything like what we saw last time with the Chargers out in Diamond, they didn't let that get that down. They kept playing and then woke up late in the second half and came back and really made a run for it for a while. So we need the Chargers to remember who they are and what their potential is and what they can do. They do that, it's a big deal. So going for 2 here. Quarterback's in shotgun, 2 goes in motion. He's looking to find that slant route, and he does. Number 1 catches it, and it's going to make it complete to make the score now. Pierce City 35, Chargers 6.
Exit out through the back there.
All right. Even though Applegate had an injury, it looked like he is back in to return this ball. Elijah Applegate, Morris,
Time to take it back.
and then
Make some noise, Chargers fans.
Pierce City does this little kick. It's not a full swing kick. It's like a little pooch kick thing. Elijah Applegate takes it. He gets the outside edge. He's got some room. Takes it out to the 45.
Applegate with a nice return.
Looks like they're trying to set up some sort of almost wall, wouldn't it? Look like kind of what. Yeah, trying to definitely want to get to that right side where his blockers were lining up. 7:40 left in the second period of the game. All right, Grant Clement goes out, gets his boys in line, tells them what the plan is, and we're going to get this thing a-moving.
Let's go.
Trips right formation off to the left for the Chargers. Eat 'em up. Grundy, Johnson out there on the right-hand side. Mally Keith back in the backfield. Snap out. We're going to do an option, a sweep out to that side. Malachi Keith finds a lane and tries to cut it back. Almost made a breakthrough there, but got tripped up and gets back almost to the line of scrimmage there.
No gain on the play, going to be 2nd and 10.
Jaden Mayo goes in. Noki comes in. Shelton. Nochi comes in. David Vestival skips out to the sidelines real quick. I think he's been going both ways. May need a break. Catch his breath. Let's focus, see what we're going to do here. Again, you don't hear Coach Godfrey, but me and him are having a conversation. Me and Chris are having a conversation. I think those slant routes, stuff like that, is something we really need to go back to. See what we can do out there. Looks like a corner blitz maybe. Oh, no, they brought back into coverage. Grant pump fakes, and he sends it down to Morris, who receives the ball. Receives the ball about the 35 and touchdown Chargers. Morris is about 6'2". If I was guessing, just not asking him, but based on stat, he's probably pushing the 200-pound mark. He's got some vertical option to him. So Grant Clement connects with Morris with across the middle where he goes up and fights for it, goes down, breaks the tackle, splits the two defenders, and goes in for a touchdown.
Fantastic.
Score now is 12-35. Chargers still down, but we're not giving up. They're going to jumbo set, which is what we do in the junior high. Hand it off to Mally. He's got a lead block. Oh, Mally.
It was a lead with Clement.
Well, it was, wasn't it?
Grant Clement, quarterback keeper.
Man, I am bad. My eyes must be getting bad. Mally Keith was the lead blocker. Grant Clement was trying to squeak it in to try and get there, make up for the missed field goal early on, but didn't get in. So 6:40 left in the first half. Chargers 12, Pierce City 35. And again, don't check out, ladies and gentlemen. We have a game. There's 4 quarters of football here. We got to pay attention for all of it, because just like that, we can be back in it. We got to have some disciplined stands here on the defense.
Halftime, you will probably have no time.
Number 10.
Homecoming cheerleaders. It's going to be wall to wall.
Let's see here. 1 are back to receive. 3 are back to receive for Pierce City.
Football left before halftime.
Again, if anyone's in Pierce City watching this, please apologize to number 10. I am just not going to try and keep butchering his name throughout the rest of this program. So Coach Godfrey's going to try and help me.
Chance to hit somebody.
What in the world? We did a little pooch kick out. The ball goes past. Let's see if we got it.
It does go 10 yards. Waiting for the signal.
Oh, Chargers recovered the onside kick.
That was number number 3, Kyle Edom.
Kyle Edom with the onside kick. It gets there. Josh Elam gets down there and covers the ball up.
From the 50.
That's what we like to see. We like to see that momentum. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of what happened in the Diamond game, wasn't it? We received an onside kick and was able to amp up the momentum a little bit and get this going. That's what we need. We need that Charger spirit to come through right here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, unofficially sponsored by Sugar-Free Energy Drinks tonight. If you know someone, send them our way. I'd love to endorse their product every live stream with the Chargers. Trips right, set up for Chargers. Grant Clement takes the ball. He's got to get upfield. He's got a lane. He gets out to about the 37. There's no flags on the play. Good forward progress. First and 10. First and 10 Chargers, 38-yard line. He went out. It looked like he was trying to pass the ball, but as that lane started to open up, he sprints. Now we're going to see this. Coach Hunt hinted at this, that Sawyer Morris may be coming in playing QB a few times. So after Grant got that large run, we're going to almost do a wildcat set. Malachi Keith is lead blocking. Sawyer Morris takes it up to the 30, gets knocked out of bounds.
Sawyer Morris in the quarterback.
That's 3 in a row.
On the
where he used
keeper.
the tailback as a
Gets the ball down to the
and
32.
then the same thing with Clement and then with Morris. So
They're about 6
Getting
to
another blocker
be
there.
second
Yep.
and 4 Chargers.
So you can't hear it because, again, he's not going to talk in the microphone, but Coach Godfrey makes some really good observations. These last few times we've used our running back as a lead blocker. As you see again here, helps try and set that edge and allows our running back to get further out as that lead. That's what happened with Grant Clement on that play. Third and about 4 for the Chargers. Grant Clement's going to come back in now. Nate Fisher's coming out. He was in for that series. Oh, no, he's staying in.
So 3rd and 4.
Morris is going to come out, catch his breath. Little lineman exchange. Damian Vestal going back in on the line.
got to be 4-down territory here.
Yeah. Yeah, 3rd and what? 3? 3 and 4? Okay, 3rd and 4 here. Chargers line up a 3 wide out to the right. Fisher, Aiden Lauder, Johnson. It's going to be out to the flats to Johnson. He's got to turn it upfield so he can get that first down. Good hit, a gain of about 3. Ooh!
Johnson.
We're going to have to measure it. Took a hit by 2 Pierce City defensive.
The first down marker.
Ooh, 4th and inches for the Chargers. We are not going to punt. Let's dig in deep and see what happens here.
Let's go!
Woo!
Good snap.
Right up the middle. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it?
No, he didn't.
Oh, my goodness. Well, let's see what happened. It hasn't been called yet. Oh, I think they're going to. Oh, man, just came up short. My goodness. My goodness.
Up, down, left, right, BA start. You got to get that last BA in
Yeah.
there.
Down, right, left, right, A, B, select, start, right? Is that what it was for the Contra, I think?
Yeah,
Extra
Contra,
lives?
Russian attack or Contra, one of them. Let's say it was Contra.
Oh, man, heartbreak right there. Chargers load up the line. He's met by Damian Vestal. They get a push, but Damian Vestal saves the big run right there.
Damian Vestal on the stop.
Chargers showed a pretty good blitz right there, but they still were able to make it to the outside. Our outside containment was working, so when he pushed back in, he was met by a load of Chargers, which is how we need to do it. Clock is running, 4:15 left in the first half. Chargers 12, Pierce City 35. Again, you take away the weird fluke snap where the lineman caught the ball and ran in for a touchdown. Oh, they run right back up the middle. Going to bring up about 3rd and 3 here for Pierce City.
There is a white Buick crossover. Just had their blinkers on, their flashes on since before the game. So, white Buick crossover SUV And we'll check your flashers. It'll be now 3rd and about 3 for the Eagles. Big 3rd down. Hey, Chargers fans, Chargers students out there.
All right, Chargers, let's get loud here.
Good pass.
Big defensive stop here would be awesome. We show a blitz. They go to the outside. They push the running back in. They're able to take him down, but he was across for the first down. Makes it all the way to the 41. Titus Dow comes out gimping a little bit on his leg. May have been rolled up on, so we're going to get him out. Looks like number 59. Marshall Branscom's going to be coming in at that linebacker slot. Kind of a cool spot to be in, getting to announce, knowing that now some of the guys that I've been able to coach up through junior high are now making their way onto the varsity squad, getting to see these young men develop and grow stronger in character, but also strong football players in their knowledge. So Pierce City lines up, split to the right. They look to pass. We almost get in on him. That pass is not even in the market for the receiver.
Number 22, Timon Grundy in the backfield. Quarterback pressure on number 8.
Lincoln Kane gets in, puts pressure on number 8.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
Stops the clock at 2:39. Josh Elam coming out. Looks like he's got a stinger in his arm or something. I get this worked out. Malachi Keith going in for the defense here.
Go up with Chargers pride, Chargers fans. Let's go, Sadie, your feet.
All right, they show blitz again. They run it to the outside. They're met there. That's what we needed to see, a good defensive stand. They pushed the pressure back inside. It looks like number 68, which is Sam Adams, was able to help bring him down. Pierce City's on the ball quick. Let's see what happens.
Sorry, 3rd and 9.
Third and nine. Timeout for the Chargers on defense. 2:16 left in the half. Hey, if you're watching this, for all of you out there in TV land, YouTube world watching this, if you know someone here that's in the stands, do me a favor, text them and tell them to wake up and get loud. We need some energy in the stadium, and it is quiet in the stands. I don't know what's going on. We need to get some people waking up a little bit and support our boys out there trying to fight it out.
No.
Do we need more cowbell? So Coach Godfrey suggests some cowbell, and let me just tell you what this is about. While I enjoy the reference to the classic SNL skit, I am greatly annoyed by the redundant sound of a cowbell being rang on the sidelines. One of my assistant coaches always threatens the cowbell use for me. Big third down. 3rd and 9 for Pierce City. Defensive stop here. It'd be great to see them come off. We have no blitz. Flag on the play. False start.
False start on the Eagles. Going to back them up 5 yards. Going to be now 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14. That's what we need to do.
Down, fans.
Hey, let's get low, Chargers! I got some substitutions over there on the defense. Pierce City's getting lined up. They got 3 wide to the right. 2:15 left in the first period. Titus Dow showing blitz. So is Branscombe. I believe that's Branscombe if I say. Yeah, Branscombe showing blitz there in the middle linebacker slot. He drops back to pass. We got to get some pressure. Oh, we get pressure on him. Elam turns around. There we go. Kyle Edom with the pick. Pass was intended for number 2. Jesperson. Just like we talked about, Coach, he sees the receiver's eyes light up. He turns around. He finds himself right there to make the interception. That's the type of defensive plays we need there. Really get that ball turned around.
I see you moms that are bringing the energy, though. I'm proud of you.
Big chance for momentum swing here. get some points or more, or at least get the ball going. We get the ball start the second.
Yep. Yeah, some good stuff. Hopefully we finish out this half with either a winning drive on the scoreboard, some positive things, but yeah, we get the ball back in the second half. So let's get some momentum going. Pass back out there to number 16, Carson Spears. That's what we like to see. Carson Spears with the catch, about 8 yards on the carrot play there. We'll see that hurry-up offense start to go into play. Just under 2 minutes in the half. They know the play is getting called out. Carson Spears with the reception. Good catch. Trips out to the right for Chargers. Morris has to get set or else we can't run this play. Clock is gone. We don't have time to waste here. Grant Clement has plenty of time. He throws it. Gets it up. That will go to number 30, Jaden Mayo, for the reception.
Number 30, Jaden Mayo. And that's it for another Chargers.
All right. Clock should be going. Here we go. Passes are working. He goes back to hit Grundy just outside, just out of bounds. Just a timing issue on that one. That would have been completed for the first down, but it does stop the clock. Minute 20.
Number 16, Carson Spears.
Minute 20 left. Chargers are carrying the ball down the field. We're in Eagles territory at the 45. Now that there was an incomplete pass, we can kind of catch our breath for a second, don't have to rush so much. Get this settled in. What I like seeing about this going on is Clement is settled into the pocket and throwing the ball to multiple receivers, spreading out the love a little bit, not just keying up on the one or two people. We got it back. It's going to be back to a screen out to Malachi. He's going to get out. He stops. Oh, Bubba, keep running outside.
Pass is complete for number 31, Malachi Keith. Gain of 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. 3rd and 5. Clock is running. That's a little bit of the football knowledge that we got to have. At that point, I would just run, get what I can, get out of bounds, stop the clock. He didn't do that, so we got less than a minute on the clock where time is ticking away. Grant is huddling in. We need to get this play off. There's 45 seconds left. I don't know why we're walking up there. Let's hustle up, boys. You got to be aware of the game situation here. 38 seconds, 37. Ball's probably going to get started around the 30 mark. He gets set. Pressure comes up. He dumps it. Morris is open again. Oh. Morris receives the ball at the 20. As he came down, he's barely stepped out of bounds. I mean, barely, right? I mean, maybe a shoelace, Coach Godfrey. Yeah, I mean, barely. Steps out bounds, although he had a clear lane to get in the end zone. But I tell you what is happening. The belief that they can play with this Pierce City football is what's getting the Chargers going. Morris is one-on-one to the right again. Oh, that's a holding penalty all day. This isn't going to matter.
Pass is completed, number 16, Carson Spears.
Damian Vestal, sorry, Bubba, got to call you on that one. We could see the jersey pull from all the way up here. So boys are getting tired. Again, it stops the clock. 19 seconds on the play. It's going to mark it back. Going to be 1st and 15. But man, yeah, like Coach Godfrey's saying, they're putting Morris out on a one-on-one. Let's see, that is number 4 for the Eagles. Stanfield is out there one-on-one. I like the athleticism of Morris. I would probably go on ahead and give him another shot and let him be physical up there. Let's see what they dial up. 19.4 on the clock, 12:35 Pierce City lead, but the Chargers are marching down. The ball is on the left hash. It's 1st and about 20? Yeah, probably 20, somewhere around in there. We got to hurry up and get up on the ball. They got 3 backs over here with our wide right split. Oh! The route to Spears was open, but that linebacker dropped back into coverage and was able to swat it down.
Pass falls incomplete.
We don't have to have it all here. We got one timeout left. 15
Yep,
seconds.
15
Ball's in the
seconds.
middle.
And 15 seconds
Plenty of
left
rounds
to
we
go.
can throw.
All right, 15 seconds left. Second and about 20-ish, somewhere around there. I'll say an ish. Again, the holding penalty pushed us back. Grant was getting pressure. Why are we allowing him to run and not going after the ball and make a tackle?
Intercepted by number 6, Ginsler.
3 seconds left on the game clock.
About the 41.
No mustard.
That's a dangerous strategy. We don't like the interception, obviously, but he was running back. Time was running out on the clock. There's 3 seconds left. I'll be interested to see what Pierce City does here, if they're just going to take a knee just to get out of this, because Chargers were definitely making some momentum and getting their headway, marching down the field. Unfortunately, the interception, but the Chargers know that they can play. They don't need to give up. Looks like they're probably going to go in that Victor formation, take a knee, and just get out of this first half. Nope, they run a play. It's a little bit of a reverse to number 10. There we go. Wild play to end. Probably a good call if you're going to run it just to see, because you definitely had the field. Number 10 with the carry. 12:35 Chargers at the half. Pierce City just want to get out of that. We get the ball at the second half.
The Chargers cheer squads performing as well.
Stay tuned. I'm going to check out for a little bit. You're going to hear it muted. I may leave. That has audio, right? I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave the mic on so you can hear the audio, because what's going to happen is they are going to have a halftime performance for the cheerleaders. All the programs are going to be cheering, I believe. And then on top of that, it is homecoming, so you're going to have the homecoming court come out and see what's going on here. So if you don't want to hear what's going on, just mute it at home. But I'm going to go on ahead and let the mic catch up the area noise. And we'll get back to you here in just a little bit. We got Chargers football. Stay tuned.
Each nominee was nominated by their head coach or coaches based on their character and their abilities
Sure, we got audio, but not 100.
and their represent the Chargers organization well. The nominees were then voted on by the high school student athletes of all Chargers sports. So once candidates are in place, I see you. I'd like to recognize our 2023 Prince, Mr. Ollie Forrester. He will crown this year's Prince. So here we go. Nominees for Prince are Everett Allison from track, Fenton Scher from soccer, Joshua Bruner from basketball, Kyle Edom from baseball, and Landon Webster from football. And if I could get you to stomp on the bleachers like a drum roll, please. And your 2024 homecoming prince is Joshua Bruner. Joshua's been with the Chargers for over 9 years and has participated in basketball, football, and track. Joshua's coaches said that Josh is the embodiment of what it means to be a Charger. He's a dedicated athlete with a heart for his team and a passion for the game. His commitment to Christ is evident in the way he treats others, with respect, kindness, and a genuine desire to uplift his teammates. Josh's growth as a player and leader has been remarkable, and it's clear that God is guiding him towards something truly special. Give it up for Joshua Bruner. And now for your princess nominees. Your 2023 princess, Kennedy Vick. Give it up for Kennedy Vick. She will crown this year's princess. First up, Braylee Taylor, volleyball. Gabriella Oglesby, basketball. Kyla Fundumarva. Lydia Limonet, track. And Kyla with soccer and tennis. Sienna Kronlund, softball. And your 2024 princess is Kyla Fundamarva. This is Kyla's first year with the Chargers. She's participated in soccer and tennis. Kyla's coaches said that Kyla's cheerful personality and friendly demeanor immediately captured our team's heart. Kyla brings joy and shines brightly everywhere she goes. She encourages teammates, plans things to connect and bring teammates together, shows the love of Jesus to her opponents and with kindness, and treats teammates and coaches with respect. Congratulations, Kyla. And now for your King nominees and your 2023 King, Ben Miller, will crown this year's King. First up, Aiden Gwynn, volleyball. Braden Wright, baseball and football. Connor Vick, soccer. Ollie Forrester, basketball. Titus Edding, soccer. And another drum roll, please. Your 2024 homecoming king is Braden Wright. Braden's been with the Chargers 4 years. Played baseball, football, soccer. His coaches said teammates, parents, and coaches regularly provide feedback about Braden's positive impact on the players around him and the team. He's very inclusive of all the players, builds up his teammates, and has really grown as a leader the past couple of years. Braden is a selfless individual who's become a great leader, has also grown spiritually, physically, and mentally over the past few years. He leads with good character on and off the field. Congratulations, Braden. And now for your queen. And to do the honors, your 2023 queen, Leah Romero, will crown this year's queen. Your nominees are Allie Markham, track. Aubrey Bailey, cheer. Ella Pettijohn, softball. Grace Goff, volleyball. Josie Crawley, basketball. Kennedy Vick, soccer. Noelle Frazier, tennis. And we need a drum roll, please. And your 2024 homecoming queen is Noelle Frazier. Noelle is in her second year with the Chargers and has participated in tennis and soccer. Noelle's coaches said that Noelle's always smiling, having fun, has a great attitude at practices and events, and thoroughly demonstrates Christ-like behavior. She lets her teammates know when they did good plays during games, encouraging even when it didn't go the way they expected, reminding them we can do better next time. She is also quick to congratulate an opponent even after losing a matchup. Noelle trains hard and even set out to do a half marathon all on her own. Congratulations, Noelle, and congratulations to our king and queen and prince and princess and all our nominees. Give it up for Homecoming Court 2024.
All right. Well, that was our homecoming ceremony. A little different than a regular school setting. Obviously, we're homeschooled, for one, if you didn't pick up on that piece. But what we do is they're nominated by their coaches, and it goes across all the sports in the Chargers program. So if I remember correctly, somewhere around last year we had nine or 10 sports, I can't remember, and we had almost 900 students. That's all the way from our lowest age group of basketball, cheer, Mighty Mites, all the way up through varsity sports. So nothing to shake a stick at for sure, but we can nominate them, and it's just a cool way to honor all of the sports we have. Enjoy the rest of the halftime show. The Chargers mascots, cheer on these little ladies, and we'll catch you back at the half after all these Charger performances. Oh, yeah?
We've homeschooled both our kids. They're 17 and 16, like their whole lives.
Yeah.
But we weren't a part of an organization like this, except for the first couple of years. It's fantastic.
It's so fun to watch this, and that's one of the things that I think is cool. Is like they have so many. You may have a girl here with a son who's not ready to play football yet. You get involved in the program and just help carry with you. It's just so much fun.
That's what that is.
I mean, because all of us want the opportunity for my kids to play sports and do normal high school activity stuff.
That's the cutest show on turf. Give it up for your Chargers mascots. And now make some noise for the Chargers Sparklers.
But like this is the junior high school. No, this isn't the junior high. I think it is. I think so. Because my daughter, I guess, was given the option whether they were in a cheer or not. Like, I don't know what's going on.
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'm gonna make a toast, cause we still alive.
Man, they hit it. Nikki, they're hitting it. That's awesome.
I'm coming in. Yeah, coming in. Just like the video. Right where I am. I like the speaker. Nice with the flow. Just like the demeanor. Feeding my fam. Feeding the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen it. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog, just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect them. I made it call her, but just like I'm repping. I know we left it, now we back together, but I can tell it's better now. Wake up the number like, what's happening? I'ma need help with asking rain. Me and my wife gon' have some kids. Right now we just practicing.
There you go with your audition without
That's it.
Shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
Your Chargers Sparklers. And now give it up for your JV and varsity cheer squad.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
I already have a honey. I don't need another one.
Good recovery.
Give it up for your JV Adversity Chargers cheerleaders!
My goodness, my goodness, my
Fabulous
goodness.
job for all of our cheer squads.
Love it.
Congratulations to homecoming
Seeing
board.
these
Hey, we got
ladies
4
come
minutes
out
in.
and represent and cheer.
Restroom support being
You may be
Chargers
asking yourself,
concessions.
where's the
We'll be
junior high
back
program?
momentarily.
Last night, like I said, junior high, we played 2 games up at Earl E. Barber last night outside of Lebanon. First game won with a 8th grade victory, 8-6. Over a very good team. Then our 7th grade team came up and played their program. Ended up clicking, making everything function well, and we walked out of there with a score of 50-0. So, our cheerleaders do push-ups every time we score. And it's not just the score, it's the collective points. So those poor ladies did a plethora of push-ups last night, and thankfully they weren't too worn out. Most of them are here in attendance, still cheering on all the other cheerleaders here represented. But for tonight's performances, they were not going to perform because they did all that last night. So check out those live streams. If you're watching here, you can watch anytime. Monday nights we have our JV program. Thursday nights we have our junior high games, and then typically on Friday nights here with the varsity. This week is a little different. This coming week, we will be playing Monday, I believe, our JV play. Not sure where just yet. I'm bad at keeping schedules. The junior high program, we travel up to El Dorado Springs and play their program. Again, another split game. 7th grade gets their own game. 8th grade gets their own game. And then, like I mentioned, as we move throughout the rest of the season, we're going to be moving into our homeschool schedule, and when we do that, our junior high program will stay combined for the remainder of the year. But trust me, we have a lot of good 7th grade players and 8th grade players, and we'll get plenty of rotations going throughout our program. So please check in on that. When we do go and travel, we will be playing most of our games all at one day. So hey, pop some popcorn, put some meat on the smoker, and sit down for a full day of Chargers football, starting in the early afternoon and going into the evening. Usually at least junior high and varsity, and maybe a JV game mixed in there as well. So we're not too far from the start of the second half of this contest. Again, there's a light at the end of the tunnel out there for the Chargers offense as they start moving forward. They figure out how to kind of get the ball moving. Don't get away from the things that are working. Minute 30 left. We're going to get started here in just a little bit. Chargers are still down 12-35, but I tell you what, if they can put a good pace starting the second half off, getting the ball and moving it like they were towards the end, we're going to have ourselves a game here. So, love to see the Chargers get the first win of the season here. I tell you, just a difference, and I'm going to bug Coach Godfrey to put on some headphones and talk to me. All right, Coach, your mic is unmuted. It's sitting there. But again, it's one of those things that you got to figure out what works for you. And what would you do? Because you see that they couldn't really get the run going up the middle, but those quick out routes were working really well for us. We got a couple deep threats, obviously. But what would you say, Coach?
Yeah, so I'd go back, right? It all comes back to the basic things we teach at the junior high level. We got to be brilliant at the basics. Up front, when we had time to throw the football, which comes back to our linemen, hey, communicate, get some blocks, give quarterbacks time to throw, get some of those short passes, get a rhythm going, and then you had some deep balls to Zach. I do think there's maybe a mismatch there with some man, and then maybe, hey, I'm a fan of running the football to open up the run, but maybe we can reverse engineer that here, get some balls thrown, get the linebackers to flow, maybe stop blitzing so much, maybe that opens up some runs. Malachi had that little screen pass that was effective in the game, 5 or 6 there. But again, I think we got to come back to being brilliant at the basics. We got 50 run down a block that, hey, we maintain that maybe gets outside. And we've given Grant some time. He's been able to find the open receiver. So I just come back to line the side and be big up front.
Now here's my biggest question. Why have you been quiet this entire time with some type of analysis like that being tucked away? Holy cow, Coach.
Well, I mean, it took me the whole half.
Oh, you built it up. You built it up. I see what you're saying.
I didn't run the clock over here.
Yeah, I mean, you are running the clock for those viewers at home, so I can't complain about that at all, but wise words there from a wise man. Hey, clock!
Third quarter, clock.
Sorry, I had to yell at someone for a second. Sorry about that. We're getting ready to start the third quarter of the contest. You good, Coach? You want to keep talking?
Hey, I'm good. I'll maybe be able to join you in between the third and fourth, but hopefully we can get back here.
All right, I'll let you focus and I'll quit distracting you.
Football fans.
All right.
Your energy and your enthusiasm.
So like Coach said, hey, figure out what's going on. Whenever we were talking and he was off the mic, throughout that first period, we were talking about getting that extra blocker out there. And, we saw that kind of almost like a wildcat where Morris was back at quarterback and we used Malley as a lead blocker and just tried to overwhelm by numbers. Now, Pierce City's discipline and their pursuit angles are really good. So if we're going to decide to do that, we're going to have to hit the ground running and take off. We can't just wait and plan and do a little jumping around maneuvers trying to see and make cuts. We just got to hit a hole and go and just be more physical. Well, I forgot that we got the remaining couple minutes here. Coach Miller down there talking to his guys, getting that all situated. Jacob McKenzie down there, former running back for the Chargers.
Will receive
running back, kind of similar build and running style that Keith has, just kind of, hey, I'm going to hurt you even though I'm the one running the ball. So he's come back to the program, been a coach for us, a myriad of coaches down there. For those of you that don't know, the varsity coaches, Coach Hunt, Coach Vestal, Coach Dow, Coach Branscombe, Coach Moob, defensive coordinator, some former players, Joe Fleetwood, Jacob McKenzie, Blaine Boyd, all those former Chargers players as well, and then Coach Malott. So, we think trickery on this? Do you think you're going to onside it, or are you just going to rely on your defense?
Nah, kick it away.
Yeah, I say. Now, we've been talking about this. The kicker is not laying into it and kicking it super deep. He's really trying to, almost like a pooch kick, not really a true squib, but get it over that second layer of blockers and try and hit it right in that pocket of about anywhere between the 35 and 25 where we don't have a receiver, trying to lob the ball into a soft spot, which kind of cause a complication because we either have to backdrop and catch it, or our returners have to come up and field that ball quickly.
Good job, ladies.
All right, we're going to get the clock reset. The last 20 seconds running off. Pure City's ready to go. Chargers are ready to go. Let's go, Chargers! Again, if you know someone in this crowd, please send them a message.
Let's go on your feet, Chargers fans. Show that Chargers pride.
I get a look, I stick my head out the window and scream at the fans, and I get a couple looks like, who is that guy? Well, they don't know, but it's okay. Little squib kick, onside kick. Didn't go 10, but who was that? Nathan Fisher on the front line recovered the ball well.
Beautifully by number 15, Nathan Fisher. Chargers will go to work first and 10.
All right, we got good field position. I like it. You know, we have never guessed right yet on whether they were going to pooch kick onside or kick it deep. But if we pick up on what we left in the first half of this game, we're in Pierce City Eagle territory, about the 47. Let's figure out what's going on, and let's get this offense moving like we had it going. Again, 4 down linemen for the defense. They're showing a blitz. They come up, and number 2 did not get touched at all. Jesperson comes in and wrecks the play from the get-go, causing a loss of 4 on the play. I mean, if they show a blitz, we got to figure out how to pick that up. Otherwise, if they're blitzing right where we're going, it can be a problem.
Lean block again, right? Looks like we're maybe kind of going back to that. Or maybe it wasn't Malley there.
Yeah, so we got Edom back as the running back this time. Definitely a different type of runner. Let's see what they do. Maybe he opens him up as a blocker, comes back, but that pass was about 5 yards short from Morris. I don't know if it was a miscommunication on route or what. I think Grant expected him to be about 5 yards shorter where he was, because that's where the ball was thrown. Going to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Chargers. Again, Elam is back in the running back position, and he's basically just trying to be that last blocker for Grant so he can get the ball away. And let's see what they dial up here. I could make guesses all night long, but we'll see what happens. They're going to run trips right again. Morris is in man coverage, number 4. The safety's back. They only got a little bit of cushion there on number 10. Grundy's one-on-one up and top. The snap is low. They try to rush. They get the ball away. Oh, goodness gracious.
Pass in for Morris, deflected by number 10, linebacker.
Number 10 saw the route and jumped on it and knocked it away. Did not intercept it, just knocked it down, but it was intended for Morris. Bringing up 4th and 14. We did not want to see 3 or 4 and out on this, but hey, we're going to be punting here. It's going to be at the 50-yard line. Last punt was blocked and saved by Edom before it rolled into the end zone. It looks like they're lined up to try and block this punt again, and they are bringing the heat. Bobbled snap. Elam tries to get it and gets dropped right in the place. Man, right at the 41-yard line of the Chargers. We got to figure out our snapping. I don't know if you're so much of a hurry of snapping the ball to get down to make the tackle, but if we don't get a good snap, nothing else matters. So you got to get those things worked out, because even in the offense, as it seems, some of those snaps have been a little wonky and haven't given us some fits. So Pierce City, get the ball. Chargers 41. They got the stack. It looks like a blitz is coming. They try to go up the middle. Oh, they fumbled the ball. Let's see. Chargers recover it. I think that was number 9.
On the play, and the Chargers recover. Let's hear it, Chargers fans.
Man, Chargers showed the blitz, came through and blew up the handoff.
Right there.
Ball security was not there, and they've come up with that ball.
I got a fever.
Huge,
Fever for some cowbell.
huge break for the Chargers. It's almost like we're resetting the second half.
Started like this.
So this is probably where they would have had the ball had they kicked it deep with our returns as they've been right now. Chargers are starting at their own 43. 1st and 10 to go. Let's get those second half jitters out of the way. See what we're doing here. Nothing's really changed on the defense. They got the 4 up front. They're putting up, the linebackers are stepping up in the middle, showing blitz. And here they come again, just trying to overwhelm the middle. And, man, our linemen have got to figure out something because we cannot do that.
Tackling running back Malachi Key.
You know, honestly, I'd probably go for that hard count again and make those linebackers slow down on that blitz, because if you don't and our linemen are not stepping up, man, that is going to be ugly for us. And we got to get something else going here. So,
Yeah, they were 5 and 5 in the box. I think they just brought 2 over on that left side
right.
for us.
Yep. You know, we've started trying, and we've talked about this a little bit, we started trying to institute almost like a fire call or hawk call in case the quarterback sees that blitz coming from the outside. But now being second and about 14, linebackers are staying black. They're not rushing as much. It's out to the flats. The ball was there, couldn't quite ring it in. Number 10 and number 73 were in pursuit. Oh, there was a flag looking right at the defender, number 50. Probably going to be a personal foul, I'm guessing, when a referee looks right at a player and then there's some jawing back and forth. You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's writing that number down too. I think you're going to be correct.
Yep. Personal foul number 50, and he's going to take a walk to the sidelines. Coach probably going to have a word with him real quick, calm him down. Not sure exactly what it was, but it's not for us to know necessarily.
Yeah, I think that's an automatic first down, 15-yard penalty here.
All right, so 15-yard penalty. Ball is at this Pierce City 46, and a fresh set of downs for the Chargers. Again, it's a pretty solid game right now, so I'm not really sure why you would be getting lippy just yet, unless you're just a mouthy person. Thanks, Chris. Kind of interesting to see what led to that, but again, not my business, not my monkey, whatever. We'll let that go. Chargers line up with the trips right. Looks like Nate Fisher out by himself up top. Defense gets a good push. Grant loses the tackle box. He fires off, throws it out of bounds instead of taking the loss of yardage.
Grant Clement running for
58 on
safety,
Pierce City,
looking
just
for
powering
Sawyer
through the
Morris.
middle.
Yeah, he is a machine, man. Number 58 for Pierce City is Warner, Greg Warner. And I tell you, yeah, like you can't hear him because he didn't want the mic on. Coach Godfrey's over here. We can hear each other talk. Number 58, man, we got to figure out how to slow that guy down a little bit. And really, Pierce City has a lot of good athletes. They got some good size. Trying to figure out what we can get going, but we got to get that stop up front. It always starts with the linemen. Looks like they're going to bring some pressure again. A blitz on that outside on our left where we have the twin set, or we have a dual set, almost like a quads. I believe that's a delay game on the Chargers.
Delay game on the Chargers, going to back them up 5 yards.
I'm not sure if our play clock is working. I'm not seeing it change, so maybe some confusion a little bit to let them know. But that's all right. Delay game. Grant calls the play. We hustle up to the line. Nate Fisher and Johnson out to the left. Morris and who's up there with Morris? Aiden Lauder out. Another flag on the play. Another mustard on the salad. I'm guessing it's probably going to false start.
31 Malachi Keith, there is a flag on the play.
It's 3rd and 15-ish. Let's see what we got from the far side over here. He's talking it over with the head judge. They're talking
About the mustard.
about the mustard on the salad. Going to be false start on the Chargers. Going to back them up.
Chargers.
Took a long time to decide that. It's going to be a repeat of down. Going to be look like it's about 3rd and 20 now. So obviously probably a pass. It doesn't take a genius to probably figure out, hey, I need 20 yards. Or try and get as much as you can, and then when you punt it, try and pin them back a little further in their own field. But Clement's going out, telling his boys to play. Again, Fisher's out top, Malley's out top left. We got trips to the right, empty backfield. They bring some pressure. Holy cow, what is going on with that? Busted coverage in the front line. Grant Clement has to scramble and gets back to the line of scrimmage. And I'm not a smart man there, Coach Godfrey or Mr. Burton. But if I was a betting man, not that I promote betting, but if I was a betting man, I'm going to guess that Pierce City's probably going to try to block this punt again and get that good field position again. We got to get some blocks. Got to get the good snap. Got to get the blocks before we can worry about down there. They do bring it. Elam gets it away. He fields the punt about the 26-yard line. He tries to break down. He gets to the outside. He finds a lane and gets knocked out about the 44. Well, well. .8:56 left in the third quarter. No change in the score. But, man, I could tell you if that defense locks it in again and has a good stop, we could use the field position here. All right, they line up. Single split, or oh, twins out to the left, excuse me. That handoff up the middle. Looks like Eli Thomas was able to get down there. Is that Eli? Yeah, Eli. Falls down, good angle pursuit down the line and helped stop it. Only got 2 on that one. Again, thank you for all y'all out there watching. Appreciate you. Throw some comments up there. Send some Chargers love our way. 2nd and 8 for Pierce City. He's in shotgun formation. Sends number 3 in motion. He tries to run it out. He cuts it back, finds a lane, runs into the back of one of our people, and he's going to get that first down.
Number 3, Oliver on the carry, brought down by number 3, Kyle Edom. Ball's right about that first down marker.
I thought 9 had a pretty good hit there. Just didn't bring the wrap up.
So they tried to get outside. Our pursuit helped contain him, forced him back in, but unfortunately our Chargers weren't there to fill the holes that were there. So let's figure this out. I think we can dial something up and keep them contained again. Number 10, number 1, split out left again, single back, quarterback under center. Number 3 goes in motion. Oh, my goodness gracious. They got us on that. Titus Dow, anticipating the snap, jumped outside, gave him 5 extra yards. Silly mental mistake. Titus knows that. You even see him there pointing to his head. He gets it. Really impressed with him, how he's become a great athlete. He's unlocking that next level, if you will. I remember asking him what the change was, and he told me in practice, like, Coach, I just figured I wanted it, and I wanted to earn it. The more of our players that do that, there we go. Almost like a belly play, They pulled the lineman, follow up behind him, right behind, get the first down.
Number 2,
Ball down
Jefferson.
to the 35.
Gets up in first down. That'll move the chains. First and 10 from the 35.
Elam comes out, catches breath. Damian Vestal goes in. Middle linebacker position. We kind of stacked the line here. We're showing blitz on the outside. He goes up the middle. Our pursuit angle would have been there on the blitz. We just go a little too far upfield.
Number 2, Jesperson.
Looks like they're going to get that first down again.
Gain of 2
Move those
on the
chains.
play.
Pierce City first down. 7:10 left in the third period here. Boys got to dig deep up front, get that pressure. We're getting a good push every now and then, but then they find those little holes to slip through our coverage and find those extra yards they need. Handoff. Number 3, Kyle Edom on the blitz. Stops him for a loss. Little bit of help there from number 9. Tied us down. Number 17, Oliver Moog, make the tackle. Good safety blitz for the defense on that one, leaving our linebackers back to fill those holes. Again, if the run is working, you really don't have a threat of leaving that safety back for any type of deep pass threat. The ball's on the 27, it looks like. So, if that safety blitz worked, you see Elam walked up again, even with the linebackers. And here they come again, trying to get that pressure. They dump it deep. See, as he catch it, he does. Number 23 was on the coverage, Lincoln Kane. The ball dropped right in the pocket for number 1 and tumbled into the end zone. Hit him right in the arms. I think Kane had good position, but literally it's just a perfectly thrown ball. Touchdown to the Eagles. They get in that swinging gate, but immediately shift over. They only tried the 2-pointer out of that. The first go didn't go well, had some false starts going on, so they line up for the extra point. 23's back to kick it. He boots it through, gonna miss. Oh, did he make it? He did.
Extra point is up and good.
12-41 Eagles. 6-11 in the third quarter. Oh, 42. What'd I say? 41. Oh, I'm bad with math. Sorry, guys. 12-41. We got Elijah Applegate, Carson Spears back, Landon Webster back to kind of field these kicks.
Spears and Webster are back to receive for the Chargers.
We moved some of our guys up on the line to have a little, not all linemen, but more of like a hands kind of team up on that front line in case they started to pooch, kick, or squib again. Last time they did that onside, and we were able to recover it and get good field position. I didn't say the cheat code again, Chris. What was it? Down, right, down, or up, down, left, right, A, B,
Left, right, B-A, start.
B-A, select start. You got to get the select start in
I
there.
don't remember the select, though.
That was Contra. I was a Contra fan anyway. Fans are cheering, take it back, getting loud. Chargers need to get it going. Again, that kick right in the soft spot. Elijah Applegate's going to field it about the 17. He's running to the sidelines. He finds a lane. Gets down to about the 32. He's got speed, Coach Godfrey. But we got to plant our feet and go. Get those hips going.
Hey, Chargers fans, don't forget concessions. Good way to support the Chargers. Good way to make it even just a little bit.
All right, we kind of got our starting lineup back in for the Chargers. I know we had Edom as the running back and several others. Looks like the lineup that started up initially is going to be coming in to get set. We got Morris wide out. Got a linebacker kind of sneaking over his way. We're going to put him in motion. We're going to do an option to the short side of the field. Johnson gets the ball taken out to the 36-yard line, gain of about 5.
Gain of 3 on the play, going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
All right, second about 7, I guess, to the official announcer, Brett Curry, the voice of the Chargers. So we'll default to him for that one. Second about 7. Ran the toss to the short side of the field. Ball is on the right hash. 5:58 left in the third quarter. Trip set, wide out to the left. Looks like Grundy. Who's 30? He's got time. He unloads it. They jump the route. Number 23 reads it the whole way. And 23, Leighton Mack takes that interception back for a touchdown. Only one say to that is oof.
Yeah, oof.
Oof. I think they're going to use this swinging gate and try and punch it up and get that number all the way up to 50. They're not motioning over, so if I was guessing, maybe just try and take it off up the middle. Oh, toss it out there. What in the world? So the quarterback tosses it out to the running back, and while he's being dragged down by the foot, he tosses it over the head of our defender, who has 23 in the end zone, making the score 12-50. Eagles lead with 5:47 left in the third.
Tucking that one away.
Oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious. I don't know why our fans are so quiet. So, again, if you're watching, you know someone's here, text them, tell them to get loud, get on their feet, support our Chargers. Applegate, Spears, and Morris back to receive this kick. They're lined up about the 24, their own 24. Number 23, the one with the interception here, comes back to be a kicker for Pierce City. I apologize if you need the names. I've given it up on that, so I'm just going to call the Pierce City players by number. Again, that kick, Applegate takes the ball at the 30. He runs sideways. We have a misdirection handoff. Sawyer Morris has the field. It's all the way down to the Chargers 38.
Applegate to Sawyer Morris.
Now, Coach, do you think they were setting that up the entire time?
40-yard line, trying to get over first and 10.
We've seen that kind of return right on both those, and then we finally get the reverse going back the way. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
Great. Maybe some spying on the junior high here in the last couple weeks.
You know, Coach Godfrey and Coach Wallace have been working with our kickoff return, trying to do a few things similar to that. I think they've seen our play, and they think, hey, those guys may know a little something down there. Let's watch it and see what happens. Good field position. We're in the Eagles 40. Again, 12:50. Eagles lead here. Just under 5 minutes in the third quarter. Chargers hustle up to the line. Trips right, set. Malachi Keith back as the running back, calling out the blitz they see. Here they come coming. Oh, my goodness gracious, boys. We've got to slow them down.
Number 50 gets in the backfield for the quarterback sack. Loss on play, going to bring up.
Coach Jacob McKenzie is going to have a word with Keith on that one, as he kind of olayed one of the defenders right into Clement as he was setting up. So, again, young player, He's a true freshman. He is tough, but again, Coach McKenzie down there trying to help him realize what he needs to be doing when we got an aggressive defense like this out there. No rush here. We do a screen pass to number 15. Elam takes it. He's got it on a little bit of a trickery. Gets all the way down to the 21 for first down.
Doing his best, Travis Kelsey.
Man,
Pitching the ball to number
that dude
35,
definitely, God, I can't even talk tonight. Definitely mimicked something you may have seen on the Chiefs this past week with Kelsey.
These trick plays are doing.
I like it, man. Hey, keep them froggy. Keep them on their toes. Great pass to Morris. He topped it off to Elam, who took off running, got it down to the 21. Fresh set of downs. Elam's going to block for Grant. Oh, face mask. It's not going to get called. Oh, there it goes. Finally going to come in. It's going to be a face mask on the defense. They were jerking his helmet around like they were playing joystick games here.
Contra.
Yeah, Contra, man, I got to tell you. I remember this, Chris. I remember playing Frogger on the Atari, and then my parents treated us well, and I remember the day they walked in with the split game Super Mario Duck Hunt.
Oh, the two in.
And all I remember is my mom being dominant at that Duck Hunt game. But I always liked Contra. Contra was one I go to, even though I never beat the game, even with the cheat code.
Sit close to the TV though with the Duck Hunt gun.
My mom did not. I totally cheated playing Duck Hunt. My mom still schooled me on it. Anyway, fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for the Chargers, about the 11. They're going to put Johnson in motion. They're going to hand it to Malley. Oh, we're going to do almost like an option. Go out to Johnson. Why are you stop running, kid? Johnson caught the option. Stop for just a second, giving the defender just enough time to close that distance and pull him down. Still 2nd and 10. Man, great play call, but we got to get going again. It looks like you're going to be 2nd and 9 here. 2nd and 9 here. Minute 34 in the 3rd quarter. Chargers are going down the field. I'd like to see some sort of out route or something like that, Coach Godfrey.
Yeah, you've got a huge wide angle here.
You know, I'm going to call it. You got a height difference with Grundy on the other side. Throw it up in the corner. Oh, they give it to Elam on the sweep. He tries to take it upfield. Gets to about the 10 again. Not gaining much.
Short game of the play, 3rd down.
Edom gets that run. Grant Clement shuffles over to Coach Hunt. Figures out what we're going to do on 3rd and 8 here. The ball's on the right hash.
Maybe it's a setup here. You got the mismatch probably with Grundy on the left side.
Yeah, it looks like there is a mismatch, with Grundy on the left-hand side. But he's not going to be split out. Maybe we do a flat route, maybe a 10-yard out or something like that to him. They're definitely rushing. Here's the pass. Grundy's open in the corner. The ball's going to be, off the tip of his fingers.
Number 22, Timon Grundy, just out of reach.
Just a bit outside. Oh. Whistle stops. The referee's waving frantically. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what. 20 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, so I think we're in the turbo clock now. I think it should just keep but they whistled it. Now we're running.
Yeah, now the clock is running. He's symbolizing the clock needs to be running. All right, they're going to try that field goal here. Braden Wright back to kick. Oh, just a bit outside.
It's close, but just a bit off the mark.
So Chargers had it dialed up. Pass was just a hair I don't know if Grundy slipped on that. I couldn't really see from my point of view, but definitely on the fingertips. The right call, didn't quite execute. Field goal. Trying to get the game clock situated. It's going to be the start of the fourth period. Ball's going to be at the Eagles 15-yard line. We're going to flip the field here. Got to get... I'm not sure what's going on with the score clock, if there's 20 seconds left in the third or if it ran out and we should be starting the fourth.
My guess is actually we just missed a lunch. Whenever we're probably putting it in, I think we got 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Use your air left to go in the quarter now, right?
So flipping the field, which means it's the start of the fourth quarter, brand new clock. But it is, when they blow the whistle, it is turbo clock. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Once they hit that mark, so the clock is going to be continuously running for this fourth period. Going to flip the field here. Pierce City is going to take over at their own 10. Huge defensive stand here would be great. Let's get loud, Chargers fans. Let's go defense. Let's go.
Make some noise for that defense.
Trying to get the Chargers fans loud. Oh, false start on them. They show blitz and finally get that tackle to move. Marking them back 5. It's going to be 1st and 15 now.
False start on the offense, back them up 5 yards.
Man, I'm not going to say it. It would be cool if we get some pressure and maybe get that in the end zone there. But they've been pretty stout up the middle here. So let's see what they dial up. Referees are talking, trying to figure out what's going on. Let's get loud again. Let's go. Ball snapped. He's under center. Oh, he's hit with the blitz from number 3, Kyle Edom. Takes him down for another loss of yards all the way back to their 2-yard line. All the way back to the 2. It's going to be 2nd and 15, 16-ish. I'm not good with math. What? Oh, no, I'm good. Yeah.
Loss on the play, brings him down at the back.
Sorry for the muting again, trying to yell at the fans to get loud. Did they jump again, or did we get offsides?
Offsides on the Chargers.
Is it 2nd or 3rd down?
2nd down.
2nd down. Give them a few extras, so about 2nd and 13 here. Give them a little bit of breathing room, but we can get loud with the defense here.
2nd and 13.
Get the stands loud. Chargers showing blitz. They got someone in motion again. Trying to draw them off sides, because typically when that guy's gone in motion, we've jumped. Bit on that pretty hard. They reset. They reset. Right up the middle again. He finds the lane, but they're able to stuff him. Only a gain of about 4 there. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
A lot of Chargers there.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Quarterback number 6 for the Eagles runs over. That is Mr. Genzer? Sorry, I'm just going to stop talking with names. I've butchered so many, Coach Godfrey, it's bad. Number 10 for the Eagles. Or 6, excuse me. Goes, gets the play call.
Chargers are selling out here with the blitz. Gotta have good defense.
Yeah, I think you're going to see what happens. We're going to get that pressure. He's got time. Oh, my goodness. What about a busted coverage?
12 falls incomplete.
Man, did we get lucky on that one. They had him all by himself. The pass was not where it should have been. Number 12 was wide open. I don't think we would have seen that one come back our way at all. Pierce City puts in their punt team for the first time in the game. We're going to go ahead and try and stack and block this blitz. We don't even have a returner back. I like this call, Coach. I like this call, Chris. Get in there, try and block it. Give them some pressure. We don't need to be anywhere near this ball. Oh, my goodness. What a bounce for the Eagles. All the way down to the 39. Or, excuse me, 34. Excuse me.
60-yard punt.
Yeah, about a 60-yard punt for the Eagles.
Favorable Eagles bounce, and that was a monster.
My goodness.
67-yard punt.
Eagles able to flip the field. I don't mind the sellout call on the block. I mean, you got them within their own 10. Get in there, see if you can make something happen. Maybe get a safety or get the ball turned over on the, the 5 or 10. The Chargers hustle out. Aiden Lauder. Let's see who else is in. Johnson. Morris. Nate Fisher's out there, wide out to the left. Elam is in at running back. We get set up, send Nate Fisher in motion. Fake handoff to Fisher. Grant Clement is able to get a gain of about 5 on the play. Good play call.
Yeah.
There's a couple times we've set them in motion and done that, but we just hadn't gotten outside fast enough, so I like the play.
Yeah, you get that motion with the jet sweep.
Yep.
Everybody looking left, following
Yep.
the jet, and they pull the guard coming back to the left.
I like it. Good play. We got to get some things figured out for sure. 7:41. Again, we're in the turbo clock for this last period, so the clock's just going to keep running. So I'd like to see these plays get in a little faster and make the most of what we can with our time that we got. Edam's back about 5 yards behind Grant. He's going to set it up, hand it off to the right. Elam gets a lane, but gets tackled back at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, 58. I think he's a lineman. We just got to stay on that block just another second or two.
Yeah, I think it was there. He just couldn't quite get there. Yeah, stretched out the block a little bit. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Big down for Chargers offense right here. Need to get that first down going. Again, this is one of those games, being a younger program here, getting a lot of experience. Nate Fisher spread out way wide to the right. He waits on the delay, doesn't get it. Oh, my goodness. 76 gets through the line.
Big loss on the play.
Oof. Oof. That's all I can say, Coach Godfrey, is oof.
Yeah, it looks like we're maybe going to pump this one away.
Yeah,
And I agree with it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Elam's back to punt. We got our blocking squad in. Morris is back to punt, it looks like. I don't know what we're doing here.
Morris is going to punt.
Who is
Return for the Eagles, number 1, Parks.
Got a flag.
And number 5,
illegal substitution or what?
Becker.
False start? Eli Freeland kind of gimping off the field. Don't know what's going on with that.
False start of the Chargers, going to back him up.
I don't know what that was. Gives us a little more room to field that punt. We got 2 receivers back. We got 1 and probably, I'm guessing, I can't see right here. Pierce City has 2 back to receive the ball. They don't put any pressure. Great punt by Morris back. He gets away from it. It's got a pretty wicked bounce. There we go, number 7.
Punt by Sawyer Morris.
Nolan Kelly gets down there and secures that ball.
Down at the 30.
Pretty good punt for the Chargers down at the 39. We're going to mark it at the 40.
Eagles
Back to
will
37.
take over.
Oh, 37. All right. I'll take that. Good way to flip the field
We
here.
have the Legacy Family Fest, November 1st, 6 to 9 p.m.
4:42 left in the contest today. First and 10 Eagles at their own 37.
Legacy Family Fest.
Different quarterback in now. Would not be surprised by this, having some of those younger guys getting experience. Just makes sense at this point. Although we hope our Chargers don't tuck their tail, we keep fighting.
Last call for drinks and candy at the concession. So,
I think Pierce City here just keeps it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see anything wild. Get some of their younger players in. Again, you got a new quarterback, a new running back, a new whole batch of receivers. Invaluable experience for them. They got number 3 in motion. They toss it out, blocking the back, but they're not going to call that. Chargers swarm. 17 move with the initial contact. Kane and Spears and Elijah Applegate come in to kind of help sweep things up a little bit.
Yeah, still exciting to see. You got 6-7 Chargers players getting the football there. Not just giving up on this thing despite the score. So.
Yeah, Coach Godfrey's right. You're not listening to him because I'm going to turn your mic on. It's going to get a little louder. I'm going to turn it down just a bit. But like he said, Chargers haven't quit. They're still swarming to the ball. 3 or 4 of them making each tackle. It'd be easy to just stop right here and be like, hey, we're done. But we're not Chargers if we do that. We have some intensity. He's wanting to pass. Oh, the ball's flicked. Oh!
8 got hit from behind there. He's down on the quarterback.
Almost intercepted.
Number 8 got hit. Titus Dow jumped out to reach for it, but just outside his hands.
Brings up 4th down.
4th and 11 for the Eagles. They're going to go ahead and punt it and send Grundy back for the return. I think with that 67-yard with the good roll, they're not going to let this one go to chance. So Grundy's going to get back. It looks like he's going to be about the 30. They're bringing some pressure. Let's see if we can get back.
Penalty on the play.
Ball landed about the 39. Oh. There were some words being said to one of our Chargers. I'm not sure.
17.
17 moved. I think it's going to be a personal foul. What is that? Nope. Coach Hunt's trying to clarify with the ref what the call was. Can understand there's some frustrations, but we still have our character as a Chargers. We can't let ourselves get out of control.
Wasn't a personal foul because only a 5-yard penalty.
It's still 4th down.
Offsides. Still going to punt this ball away.
Hyman Grundy back to receive.
Snap was high. Chargers try to get there. I don't know if he's going to try and field it, get away from it. Man, it takes a Pierce City bounce again. All the way down to the 15.
Chargers will take over 1st and 10.
Smart call. I mean, they were on that pretty quick. There's no reason to try and make something happen with that. You're probably going to get tackled as soon as you touch the ball, if not a fumble. Then they get the ball with good field position. Less than a minute left in this game. Chargers are going to succumb to this loss here with Pierce City. They're going to have to at least run one play. Obviously, the clock's going to keep going, but I'd like to see them at least take a shot. Why not?
Why not?
You have nothing to lose. Might as well run that weird play that you always wanted to try and see what happens. I really don't want to see the victory formation. I want to see them get out and see what happens. I want to see the ball out here to Nate Fisher. That's what I'm going to say. Let's get Nate Fisher the ball here. He hands it off to Morris. Morris breaks a tackle, gets wrapped up by multiple Pierce City, almost the entire defense. And that's going to be the contest today, ladies and gentlemen. The clock's going to run out. They're not going to run another play here. They don't even have time. Chargers are going to lose this one 12-50 for the Pierce City Eagles. Tough loss again. I want to thank everybody who did chime in, and I appreciate you watching from home. It's a good contest, good hard fight.
And as always, thank you to the Chargers faithful. We love you guys. Hey, we're proud to be Chargers no matter what. Let's show some
Again, thank you for this. I think, like I said, is it next week? It's Atoka?
Next week, on to Atoka.
Yep, so tune in next week. We're going to have the Battle of Atoka. Atoka is in the southern part of Oklahoma. It's halfway for us and Tomahawk. That'll be the halfway point.
That Chargers pride.
So join in. If you're not going to travel with us, it's about a 5-hour drive down there for us to get down there. Same for the program. I think they're out of Austin or Houston.
Houston, I think.
Houston, Texas. So it's always a good time. It's one of those programs very similar in how it's operated, focusing on the character of the boys, but it's always a very, very difficult contest for both teams, very equally matched. So we'll catch you next Saturday. The games are going to be on Saturday. Again, junior high is going to play first, then it's going to be followed up with a varsity game afterwards. So check us out on YouTube Live, watch the game. We're going to see the Chargers and the Eagles join at midfield. One of the best things we like is when programs are willing to circle up and we encourage one another.
And God bless.
Speaks of the boys' character when they can compliment guys having a hard go at it throughout the entire game. This is what we like to see, because honestly, it's bigger than football. And I'm sure it's the same for the character for the Eagles as well. This sport does not last forever, but how you develop as a young man and character, that does. And so we love seeing when the programs come together and the coaches speaking truth over both programs, the boys encouraging one another. Hey, man, you thumped me on this play. Hey, you had a great block on this. Hey, great touchdown. Hey, we appreciate the effort. So let's get to wrap it up tonight. I'm going to sign off. The golden voice of the Chargers is next door doing his business, wrapping up the announcement for the game. I am visited real quick by one of my players, Mr. Godfrey. Godfrey, you are live on YouTube right now. Is there anything you want to say with your bright neon glasses?
Go Chargers.
Direct and to the point. The key to good communication is brevity, Mr. Godfrey, and I believe you captured that right there. So. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for checking in. We appreciate you. Chargers, be safe traveling home. Pierce City, be safe traveling back to their homes as well. We'll catch you next week, next Saturday, for the Battle of Atoka. Peace out.